Hey, mighty men of God, Joe Martin here with Real Men Connect, where we help good men become great men God's way by providing with real answers to real problems in the real world. Welcome to the Real Men Ride Along. I'm in a little bit of traffic and it's starting to clear up a little bit. I'm on my way to an appointment to see a friend, and so looking forward to that. But I want to shoot a video, shoot a quick video for you just to share with you a story that I think could bless you and give you some enlightenment. I don't know, my son loves to do art, and I come from a family full of artists. They love to draw, they love to paint, and but we never had a sculptor in the family. Well, I want to share with you a story about a sculptor, and I don't know, maybe you've heard this story before, but I just think it's a brilliant way of helping us understand our relationship with God. And I heard this is a true story, that there was this sculptor who was famous, and I think he was in Italy, who was famous for his lifelike sculptures when it came to chiseling people. He made people in images out of stone, out of marble. Now think about how difficult that is to chisel and make somebody look lifelike out of marble. Well, this guy did that, and one of his famous pieces that he created was this statue that looked like a horse. All right, he did this statue that looked like a horse. It was very intricate in the details and everything, and people were so impressed, and I think he even received a lot of very, very lucrative offers for this particular sculpture of this horse. Now you have to follow me on this. And the reason why people were so enthralled with this horse, because they think, wow, we've never seen a horse look that real, carved out of marble, out of stone. How in the world was this man able to do that? So of course people admired this and they wanted to bid on it and everything. And finally the artist came by, the sculptor came by, and they wanted to ask him. And they wanted to ask him, well, they want to know, how long did it take? Was it hard? Was it difficult to do, to chisel that? How did you do with the details and everything? Well, they asked him, and when they asked him about was it difficult, they were shocked when his response was, it wasn't difficult at all. Now that blew their minds. What do you mean it wasn't difficult? Man, that thing, like, it took forever to do. Man, I could never do that in a million years. And they said, why did you say it wasn't difficult? And check out his response. And that's the reason why I'm sharing this video with you. He says, oh, it was easy to chisel that horse out of that big old stone of marble. He said, all I had to do is chip away the pieces that didn't look like a horse. I love it. He said, all I had to do was chip off the pieces that did not look like a horse. And guess what happened when I was finished? There came this horse that looked so lifelike. Now you said, Joe, what's the point of you sharing this story with us? It's a cute story, but what's the point? The point is this. In the beginning, God made us in his image. He's made us in his image. Then with the fall of Adam, we got away from being in his image. And then Jesus came back to die for us, to restore that relationship, to get us back in the image that we were first and originally created. Now, here's the thing. If you've been born again, or even if you're thinking about being born again, it's not a easy ride when you give your life to Christ. Matter of fact, your life is probably going to get a little bit tougher. And you know why it's so tough and it feels so painful sometimes when you're a Christian and you're a believer, or you just give your life to Christ and say, wow, all my problems haven't been resolved? Is because the master sculptor, God, is chiseling you. And he's shaping you. He's conforming you into the image of his son. And guess what he's chipping away? Every piece of you that does not look like his son. He's chiseling every piece of me that doesn't look like his son. And guess what? That can be very, very painful. Now, the question that we have to ask ourselves when the master sculptor is chiseling us is, do we want him to stop because it's too painful and it's costing us too much? Or do we want him to complete the work that he begun in us, even when we were formed in our mother's womb? Now, I don't know about you. I don't enjoy this ride a lot of times, but I understand that if I want to look like the son, I must be chiseled by the Father. So guys, I'm hoping that this little story has blessed you. And if it has, share it with another brother. He may wonder, why is God, quote, punishing him when God is really preparing him? And the master sculptor is chiseling him so he can conform to the image of Christ. So maybe you might want to share this video with him because it might bless him. And if so, guys, please tell others about it. And remember, like I always tell you, we're males by birth, but we need to be chiseled as men by choice, because a male is a terrible thing to waste. So until next time, be blessed, stay strong, and as always, stay in God's grip. Talk to you soon.